President Donald Trump is desperate to be reelected, and his campaign has resorted to writing fake testimonials on Facebook. On Thursday, Gizmodo published a report that revealed that many of the Trump supporters identified as real people whose lives have been positively impacted by President Trump and his policies in the president's Facebook ads are not, in fact, real people, but are instead paid political operatives. Shocker. So now, Donald Trump runs a lot of Facebook ads, which makes sense because Facebook is huge. It reaches millions of people, especially among Donald Trump's targeted demo, which, by the way, I've ran ads on Facebook before. I know exactly how it works. You can really micro-target these ads very, very effectively to reach the people that you want to reach. And so these ads mainly ran in places like California and New York and did not run in places like Minnesota. Keep that in mind because that's kind of an important detail. That's it. So now Facebook also has very limited rules on the kinds of ads that you can run and are pretty Republican right-wing adjacent at best. So now they're running these ads from supposed real people, and I actually want to show you one of those, and then we'll go into it in more detail.
Joe Biden could never handle the economy after COVID. There's no way. It would be a disaster. Joe Biden has done absolutely nothing for America in 47 years. As a small business owner, President Trump has been the greatest president we have seen. He has increased jobs. I know there are more women who have been employed and minorities than ever before, and it's just been the greatest economic environment I've ever seen in my lifetime. Thank you, President Trump.
Wow, look at that. These real people, they love Trump. Trump must be doing something 100% right for these totally real people. Man, no wonder he's winning. No. Okay. Now, the video does not identify her, but some savvy people on the internet did. And her name, it turns out that she is a person named Kim Shirk, who happens to be the president of the Georgia Federation of Republican Women. So let me show you a picture here. So that's her from the commercial, and that's her literally in the White House. Huh, would you look at that? There's your average person for Trump. There's more. Another ad being run by the Trump campaign on Facebook involves a roundtable of sorts, right? So the people get into a circle and they're talking about how dangerous a Joe Biden presidency would actually be. And I want to show you that ad.
I would be very scared if Joe Biden became president.
I think Joe Biden's going to raise my taxes.
Joe Biden will raise taxes and kill jobs. And the only barrier between us and socialism is President Trump.
President Trump is the right person for this nation's economy.
This is a president that has kept his promises.
I think he's about the only politician that seems to get it.
I will vote for President Trump because he cares about people like me.
Oh my God, Joe Biden, he's going to bring socialism. Did you know that? So say these average, totally regular Americans. Here's a fact. Biden's tax plan doesn't raise taxes on anyone making less than $400,000 a year. Okay? So if you make under $400,000 a year, your taxes aren't going up. Now, if you're an incredibly wealthy corporation, then your taxes will go up a tiny bit. Okay? They won't even go back to Obama levels. And so understand that Biden's tax plan is actually still incredibly pro-corporate, but doesn't raise taxes on what we call the middle class, right? So now, as you're going to find out, again, shocker, right? That these average people aren't really average. Turns out that one of them is actually running for U.S. House in Minnesota as a Republican. So let me show you that. So you remember, you recognize that woman from the ad, okay? She was very, very concerned about Joe Biden. But do you recognize her? Wait, that looks like the exact same person. Yes, that is Fern Smith, as you can see. Fern Smith is running as a Republican in Minnesota's House District 51B. Smith has endorsements from the Minnesota Gun Owners PAC, the Minnesota Police, and Peace Officers Association. Smith has the endorsement of Minnesota's for Affordable Health Insurance. That is a group that opposes Medicare for all and supports private health insurance. That same group, of course, also opposed Obamacare back in 2014. So, average. What an average person. There's also another person here in this ad. And let's go to that. You got this guy. So now he's the one that said, President Trump is the right person for the nation's economy. Average person, right? Okay. Now, that average person just happens to not be so average. His name is Steve Wenzel. Steve Wenzel was a Minnesota state legislator back in the 1970s and 80s. But there's a wrinkle. Turns out Wenzel served as a Democratic politician. Oh. Now, that's something that local Minnesota media, they love. And, of course, the fact that these Minnesota politicians are in this ad is one of the big reasons why this ad does not play in Minnesota, because it's also on YouTube, also on TV as well. And so, but it doesn't play there. But Wenzel, by the way, he used to be a Democrat. He's now a Republican. He was also a delegate at the Republican National Convention in both 2016 and 2020. So, it appears that none of these supposed real Americans were actual real Americans. And interesting note that Gizmodo had reached out to them, and none of them returned a request from comment. So, no comment. No comment. Now, are you at all surprised that Trump's campaign can't find average Americans for their ads? I'm not. But there's a couple of reasons why. Number one, they actually don't have a lot of support from average, regular Americans. Okay? And the people that they do have support from, well, they often tend to sound a lot like this.
Oh, no, it's socialism. No, this is socialism. Excuse me. Socialism is the PC word for communism.
Do you think Joe Biden is a socialist?
Yes.
How would you define socialism?
I define socialism when you bring down your own country, your own race, because he's not black.
Will you accept the result if Joe Biden wins?
No.
Under any circumstance?
No.
Why is that?
Because it's lies and deceit and corruption.
Trump said he could shoot someone in the middle of Fifth Avenue and get away with it.
No, I don't think so.
He did say that.
No, he didn't. No.
It's on tape.
No, I don't believe it. No, that's fake.
I swear to God, you can watch it.
News, fake news. Fake news. Fake news.
When you hear Dr. Anthony Fauci, for example, who's on the Vice President's Health Commission on COVID, say that by wearing a mask you're helping to stop the spread, what do you think of that?
He's a liar
And why is that?
because I don't believe in numbers.
Do you want to watch the video?
They say, I have the most loyal people. Did you ever see that? Where I could stand in the middle of Fifth Avenue and shoot somebody and I wouldn't lose any voters, okay? It's like incredible.
Never in my life did I think I would like to see a dictator. But if there's going to be one, I want it to be Trump.
Is there any wonder why the Republicans would be kind of embarrassed of their own followers? And look, there are videos all over of Trump supporters saying ignorant and completely false, sometimes insane things. They don't want those people in their ads. Oh, no. Those consultants are like, no. No, what they want are well-paid operatives who say things that don't sound insane. People who actually look and sound respectable. Not like the rabble that you see at Trump rallies that are your average Trump supporter, who, by the way, Donald Trump sees as disgusting. I mean, Bob Woodward, right? No, not Bob Woodward. This was a Vanity Fair article, right? And this is according to a former Pence aide who was saying, look, Donald Trump He said originally, a while ago, that COVID might be a good thing. Why? Because I don't have to shake these disgusting people's hands. Any wonder why they use fake people in their ads? Because it turns out if they used the real hardcore supporters in those ads, well, I think the result would be obvious.